Yeah, so sorry about that, but I will try and get a report pulled for the top enrollers by Tunde, so we can at least recognise that. For the top contactors, we can only do that through Genie. So that is the situation there, which is a little bit frustrating. But anyway, that's the challenge of life. So anything else that you wanted me to start off with, Justin? No? So... so we're recognising tonight, get you people on the team training call. So tonight on our monthly team training call, we'll be recognising the top people for the month, people who've completed a fast forward. Jen and Jeanette just completed a fast forward. Justin and I just completed a fast forward, which was very cool. And we will also be going through all the leaderboards for Reach for the Beach, as well as all the various other promotions going on around the world. And I'm going to hand over to Justin. And we can't hear you, darling. You're muted. I could just hear you through the window.
Hi, everybody. So, yes, I have just upgraded all my Microsoft Office and trying to figure out how to use the new PowerPoint. But it's all good. So, welcome to the call. And it is week 2 of our 90-day sprint, our 90-day challenge. And I want to share with you today something I learned recently in Fraser Brooks's Inner Circle that was really an interesting way and a different slant on what we've done in the past with why and goals. And we'll still use why and the goals in the share guide, of course, but sometimes you can hear the same principle or the same process and just hear it in a different way, and it might add a different perspective to that. It might give you some access in a different way. So what we're talking about is WOOP. WOOP is a process of, W stands for wish, O is for outcome, so wish is kind of like why, O is for goal, like O is for outcome, but it's kind of equivalent to goals. The second O is for obstacles, and it's great to acknowledge them first up, and then the P is for plan, and what sort of plan do you have to achieve that? So I want you to do this kind of like a workshop. I'd like you to get some fill up a Word doc or get a pad and a pen and start to make some dot points, make some notes while we're doing this call so you can go back and fill in your WOOP and get some more detail in that, because there might be one piece of this WOOP that can change everything for you. And, you know, for me, it was like getting really solid with my DMO when I first started. That was a part of my plan. Do my daily method of operation every day, and everything was amazing, right? It took me a long time to do that, but I did it. So take notes, take dot points, and let's workshop this and make this actually create your plan as we're talking. So feel free to put things in the chat box and ask questions as well. Yeah, put your questions in the chat box if you can. Okay, so now I want you to take yourself to a space where you have just found a genie bottle, right? And you're able to rub that lamp, and there's one wish that you can be granted. And I would actually really like a volunteer. If anyone would like to volunteer to work with me on this one, because it kind of, you need to sort of see the process a little bit. So anyone, any volunteers who we have on the call who wants to get clear on their goals? No?
I will.
Julie,
I will.
yeah, Julie, you're always brave, love your work. Okay, so I want you to think about what is that one wish? You got your genie lamp, you rub the lamp. What's the wish?
My one wish is...
What is it you really, really want?
I really want to be able to just have the knowledge that my bank account is abundant, and that it doesn't matter what I see, I can buy it without feeling guilty or having to think twice.
Okay, fantastic. And I should have set up the agreement. Is it okay if we ask probing questions and you agree to participate?
Of course.
Fantastic. Let's get into it. Okay, so tell me, Julie, what about having that bank account that's abundant and being able to buy whatever you want? Why is that important to you?
Just to feel that just to take away that stress and the pressure of, you know, and even just that feeling of seeing nice things and knowing you can't buy it.
Mm-hmm. And why do you want that?
because I don't want to struggle anymore.
Okay.
I want to be able to. I just want to be able to have what I'd like to have, not what I can only have.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay, this is great. So already we're out of the logical and we're into the emotional, and that's where we want to go. And what is it about having that freedom of choice? Why is that important to you?
Because then I can provide really nice things for my son, that we can have nice things and just have a bit of a different lifestyle, and also that then I can give back a lot more to the charities I'd like to support.
Okay, so if you have a better lifestyle, you're giving more things and opportunities to your son, and you're being more charitable in your life. What is it about that you really want?
I want to. What is it that? Can you say that again so I can think about that? Sorry.
Yeah, sure. And I want to acknowledge you. Thank you very much for showing up and being a part of this process. So you get that better lifestyle.
Yep.
You're able to give more opportunities to your son and give more things to your son.
Yep.
And you're able to give more to charity. What is that why do you want that?
I want that because it's the life that I always wanted. It's to be able to provide for your family and to show him all the good stuff in life, and because we didn't have a great start, and
Yeah.
I kind of want to make up for that a bit.
Okay. So you want to almost like make up for the past, or
Yeah.
of like create a different future to the past. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. And how are you going to feel about yourself when you can do that? What is it about achieving those things that's going to make you feel differently?
Oh, I'm going to feel really proud and excited, and be able to, just sort of say to him, hey, in the Christmas holidays, let's go to America, or let's go to Fiji, or, let's go play putt-putt every day.
Yeah.
Just simple things it can be, without having to worry about what position that puts us in.
Yeah. And so how are you going to feel about yourself? What is it about you being able to do that that's going to why is that this big one thing that you want? How are you going to feel when you can do that?
I think I could just keep coming back to pride. It's going to feel proud.
So you want to feel
Proud of myself. I want to feel
proud. You want to feel,
sort of, I think it's just feeling proud of myself.
so you want to feel good about who you are as a person.
I know I'm a good person, and I feel good about that. I just want to feel good about. I just want to.
But when I say good, it's also including being providing and being abundant and being
definitely
capable, being effective.
Yeah, just being I guess that it's feeling good about myself in that, and from that, having that joy. It's probably just having that feeling of that. You're excited to see what every day brings, not anxious what every day brings.
Awesome. That's like taking it to another level. Yeah. So when you are excited to have every day, like every day is a new opportunity sort of thing, you're excited to live into that future. How do you feel about yourself there? Like, what is it about that that's so special?
I think it would be that it's just a bit easier. I don't know.
Will you have more gratitude in your life?
More peace.
More peace?
Have more peace, and definitely more gratitude. It's something that I do practice a bit. So I'm really grateful for what I've got. I'm very grateful for my home that's paid for. grateful that I've got, I've just healed relationships with my family. And I'm showing great gratitude for what they've done for me. Doing a lot of things and healing past issues.
And you talked about joy. You talked about living each day with joy and excitement.
Yeah. I think because you've got more flexibility, right? Because we could retire Sasha from his work, and he and I, we love just doing the simple things, going and talking to people and helping them, achieve what they want to achieve. And it's been exciting to start getting people that are excited about sharing the business, and that builds up that excitement. It's fun. Maybe just bring a bit more fun back.
So more fun in your life and more ability to serve others, more contribution.
Yeah.
So to getting out of your own stuff and your own day-to-day struggle and actually doing the stuff you really want to do.
Yeah.
Which is being service.
Yeah,
and
absolutely.
Be grateful for every day, yeah.
Yeah, and being able to do that, because not everyone can do that.
Mm.
And I know that not everyone wants to do that, but it's something that we want. It's something we've identified, that we've always said we want to help people, but now we've turned around and said we need to help ourselves first.
Yeah, yeah. So you have this when you achieve this wish of you don't need to worry about the bank account. There's enough coming in that pays for your lifestyle expenses. You've got the time, you've got the gratitude, you've got the excitement about who you can help every day. You've got the ability to be able to go out and serve others and help people. How's that what is it about that? What's the gold in that you're searching for? Nikki, can you just mute everyone that's not muted, please?
I think it's fulfilling. That's what fills us up. When I'm in service to people,
mm-hmm.
I feel amazing about myself. I feel amazing that I can make a difference to someone. That's what does it for me, is making a difference to others.
And you said something there, you feel amazing about yourself.
Yeah.
So self-love.
Yeah, just
self-worth, self-esteem, self-confidence.
Yeah, all of those things.
Yeah.
The work I do with the Women DV, that's real. We had an event on Saturday and the girl said to me, I just love spending time with you, Julie. You make me feel amazing.
Yeah.
And in the last 4 days, I've had different people that I've had conversations with that have gone through hard times, or they're going through hard times, who I've been able to help them with strategies.
Mm-hmm.
Give me these great compliments that I've got this ability to be able to help them.
Mm-hmm.
And then it's been a big few days actually. And then sad day, going and facing my family that I haven't spoken to for a long time.
Yeah.
And healing that in a really non-emotional way. Justin, you have been very proud of me, unlike now, but
it's all good. I'm proud of you.
So it's kind of it's just ticking up for me. It's ticking up all those things that I know I had to do to go that next step
and feel amazing about yourself. Yeah.
Correct. Yeah.
I think that might be it. Do you think that's it? That's
I think it could be.
Your one wish, feel amazing about yourself.
Yeah. Because it encompasses everything that that surrounds that. It's all the working with others, the financial stuff, everything.
Yeah, empowering others, service to others. Fantastic. How amazing was that, right? So, Nikki, you should unmute everyone so everyone can give her a round of applause for participating. Go, Julie. Well done. You're getting to your wish. Yeah, you're there, Nikki. Come on. Heads up.
Thans, everyone. Sorry,
unmute everybody, please, Nikki.
Sorry, I wasn't quick enough.
I know. Pay attention.
No, I just was looking for the
Ready?
button. Okay.
Everyone, give a round of applause. Okay, great. So mute everyone again, and then unmute Julie. Okay.
Justin, you got to unmute you.
Oh yeah, me too. Thank you. Yep, that's it. So that's awesome, right? So there was a process there because like what you wished for at the beginning was just enough money to get out of the struggle. And what you got to at the end was for you to shine your brightest and like feel amazing about yourself. And everyone heard there was a lot of questions involved to get to it. And the ego and the head, the mind can so easily justify and blame and, go into shame and guilt and all this other stuff and kind of get distracted with that. We've got to get out of the head and into the heart about what we really want, what we really, really want. And it's chunking it down. So then from there, we can actually go back to the beginning as well about, okay, so we do need to get these financial things sorted. We need to get the bank account sorted. We need to get paid. What do we need to do to get paid? We need to have the time to spend with Sasha and spend with your son. We need the time to service others. We need to figure out how to add value to people. So that can all be a part of the plan. But until we are actually really clear on the wish, I want to feel amazing about myself every day and live with excitement and gratitude and joy every day, that is where the drive is. That's the emotional drive to get up and do all the stuff. So that's beautiful. Well done. So the second part of that is, so what's that look like? So what's the outcome that when you have that wish, when you get up every day and you feel amazing about yourself, what does that actually feel like? What's that look like? What's that smell, taste, sound like? Start to write down the things that all of it, and this is for everyone, it's Julie and everyone, what are those things? Is it like doing Qigong in the morning? Is it taking the puppies for a walk? Is it going for a coffee at 10 o'clock? Is it like being able to cook a delicious dinner? Is it like going to the beach on the weekend? What is it? And start to get those things that bring the joy in, that bring the joy into our life. Remember that exercise, the Leaders Retreat. What does success look like? What does joy look like? Right now we're focusing on the joy because we want to bring that frequency and vibration into our plan forward. It's got to be an emotional thing. So Julie, what is some of those things? What does that look like when you have that day?
So it'd be going and having coffee meetings. So, smelling that beautiful smell of coffee that I love.
Love coffee.
In a beautiful cafe. I'm on the search for cafes with atmosphere and and plants are growing and things like that, so we can sit down with our team and one-on-one and help them achieve what they want to achieve. And then it's going to the gym. It's then go in summer going for a swim, then taking the dog for a walk, and it's just connecting with people, being able to have time to connect with people.
Fantastic. So I hope everyone, you're putting your dot points down, walking the dog, smelling the coffee, tasting the beautiful food, looks like a beautiful cafe, going for a swim, feeling that sensation after you've worked out, like I had the shakes this morning. I pushed it. It felt good. I feel good now.
Yeah.
It's awesome. So actually dot point all of this down. And this is like ties into the ideal day, right? The ideal day process where you start to read this and you're like living with gratitude into your ideal day. This is so much more powerful than the secret law of attraction. This is the law of creation. This is actually back from the Vedic text 5,000 years ago. It's written down. The secret wasn't done, a few years ago. This whole law of attraction is like a revamp of the law of creation from 5,000 years ago. So this is real, creating this and living into this. So you got your dot points? Hope you do, Julie.
Oh yeah, I'm going to rewatch this.
Tastes like great coffee.
Great coffee, food.
Feels fantastic when you see someone have a breakdown, have a breakthrough, when you're having that one-on-one conversation and there's a different way. They don't have to be in the rat race. They can actually get a different type of income, do things they love to help people. Okay, so what are the obstacles now? Now, this is a part that I've never really focused on in the past, and I think it's really valuable. So why have you not got that now?
I think because we didn't didn't take the time and sit with our associates. We expected them to do what we did, take the ball and run with it. And so then we didn't support them properly in the beginning. And then we also found people that were sick. We didn't find the business builders initially. So now we've had a change of direction and focusing on the business builders. We can find sick people every day. We can find injured people. I met a girl at Coles yesterday that just had shoulder surgery, and I said to her, would you like to heal that up quicker?
Yeah.
We can find them every day. That's no problem. It's finding those
you're
business
amazing
builders.
recruiting sick people.
Just signed up another one today.
Yeah, you're an amazing recruiter of sick people. Yeah.
We still want to help them. We just don't want all of
that's
we
a great.
Don't want only them.
It's a great shift of mindset to get that. You can do that every day. You've mastered that. But now it's like bringing in the because that's active income, the passive income, and the residual income comes from the people that really want to share and give you leverage duplication. So that's great. So you haven't gotten that because not duplicating, not setting up their process when they start, giving them clear direction, having a real good plan, understanding their limiting beliefs, not knowing what to do. You know, I didn't have someone sit down with me and do this. You know, and we're all, and there's no, I'm not pointing the finger at anyone, but we're all doing the best we can. And it's getting better all the time, which is amazing. But it's so how are you going to get over those obstacles of knowing what to do?
So now we are sitting down with them with the share guide and going through the share guide with them, outlining the importance of three-way calls and just saying, until you know anything, don't know anything. And I'm your redox expert, and Sally's your redox expert, Nicole, Justin, whoever we can get to do a three-way. And for us, that's working just so much better, you know, and just being able to tap into why they want to do it and what their goals are, and giving them the process that then they will duplicate with their people. Yeah,
beautiful, awesome. So I know you're a grinder. You're a pretty hard worker, right? But for some of us, like, it's not enough action could be the issue, or it could be not enough action in a particular area. You know, like there's some things I'm doing well on social media now, and there's other things I'm not doing well. You know, so that they'll have to tweak that. So it's looking at, are there any areas that you can see you're not doing enough action in, Julie?
Still the follow-up, I think. Still not enough, and asking for the business. Still can improve with that.
Brilliant.
And then digging down with the people that have customers or help associates from, you know, all since we've been involved, going back to them and saying, hey, you know, how you going? Who do you know that can also benefit? And tapping into them a lot more. Yeah,
great. Referrals, excellent. And it's that frequency of communication. Yep. Limiting beliefs. Do you feel that there's any limiting beliefs that you need help with?
I think I'm sort of getting overcoming that. I think I really feel now. I feel like there's been a change in the last little while, and you know, have 100% belief in the company product, myself to be able to share it. I'm not sure. I don't think that there's anything limiting there anymore.
Yeah, it's great. And these things, like they come up and we deal with them, and they go, and other stuff comes up. And like I'm having a bit of a crisis of confidence on camera at the moment. I don't know why. And I'm starting to know why. And I've been questioning, why is that a challenge? Why is that a challenge? And I've like been able to track back, and I've had different feelings of shame and stuff come up, and I'm like, oh wow, I didn't relate that to my not being able to be in front of a camera. And I kind of vaguely felt that, but I didn't understand why I had that. And then I've like delved into that. Why do I have that shame? You know, and it's like, so this is in the doing, not the done, right? It's always about, we can always improve our beliefs to be more. And sometimes we need external help with that as well. But you're right, like your belief in product, company, you know, leadership, the executive committee, you know, the upline, stuff like that is amazing, because you've been to convention, lots of stuff, and you've been around it for quite a while. But for a new person, that's often, it starts right there. Will this gel work?
Yeah.
there's a process in how to build belief in people as well. So knowing how to do that is important. Too many distractions. Man, how many times do our phones like bing, bing, bing going off, right? So what sometimes do we have to give up in order to be focused and get the work done? So that's a really important one in limiting distractions. I don't watch nearly as much TV as I used to or was last year. Just, there's different decisions that I'm making to like limit my distractions. So is there anything that you want to identify as a distraction that you could perhaps do something about, Julie?
Oh yeah, probably got a few. I think chunking your day down into the, whether you do the whole 168 hours calendar, but just chunking out the time, knowing that in the mornings I'm doing the follow-up, so I get them out of the way early, and then in the afternoon, in summer, my routine's different because where I sit in my office, it's really hot in the afternoon in summer.
Yep.
So then I would leave the office and do other stuff in the afternoon. But then in winter, I'm doing all my follow-ups in the morning, and then we're doing more strategy stuff with LinkedIn and all that sort of, so just identifying those times of the day that I do that.
Yeah, awesome. That's a big one, like having discipline around time management. Yeah, absolutely, it's great.
And allowing 12:30 to do the social media. If I'm at home, I'm on that, doing that with you.
Yeah, and I love you being on that. Thank you. So that's right. Is putting the big rocks in first. The big rocks, then the small rocks, then the gravel, then the sand, then the water. And if you put all of that in your time in a different order, you're not going to get it all in. Yeah, because stuff will always take up our time. And accountability. Yeah. Now, accountability is, it's something I'm not good with. I'll be honest. I'm not great with accountability. I find it hard for people to hold me accountable with, and the what I ask of the coaches that I've used is simply to ask me, are my actions going to take me closer or further away to my why? Because if someone asks me that, I can be honest enough with myself to go, well, yes or no, right? And that just triggers my own accountability mechanism within me. But often I'm distracted or doing something urgent and not important, as opposed to not urgent and important. The more not urgent and important things we can do in our life, the more control and more productivity, the better quality our life will be generally, speaking, Stephen Covey terms. So accountability. And this is where the accountability groups kick in and being able to learn to track our numbers and all this sort of stuff. So, how do you feel about accountability?
I think I'm like you. I don't think I'm very good with that, to the point where it was interesting. I was thinking with this 90-day that I would like to be part of someone else's group so that I can reestablish that accountability and have someone that, could push me.
Mm-hmm.
Rather than me doing my own group. So it's sort of something that I'd like to put out there. I'd
like to just very briefly, can people just do a show of hands? How many people, and I'm just struggling to not screen share. Why can I not turn that off? So we can see everyone. How many people here on a call struggle with accountability? Okay, so Jules is good. Janine's good. Everyone else, we've got a problem. And I get that, and I actually take responsibility for that as well as part of the leadership, because I never really had it and I never duplicated that. And that's definitely an area we can all work on, right? So for most of us, that's fantastic. Thanks for being honest. And, okay, so let's look at how we can do more accountability, particularly in these groups. Okay, so then let's look at the plan. So we get what our wish is, we get what our why, our goals or our outcome. We get some of the obstacles that are in the way, and I hope you're still all taking your notes of like how this applies to you, because this is not all about Julie, it's about all of us, and our plan. So what's our current plan to make this happen? What's your current plan to make it happen, Julie? I think you muted there, or maybe.
Sorry. Yep, I did. Sorry. I thought we were done. My plan. So my plan is because I've put one into place just recently, is basically to sit down with everybody once they've enrolled and do their share guide. If it's remote, then I'm doing it by Zoom or by phone. And then just every day sticking to that, what I'm doing, using that 12:30 call to identify people that I'm contacting new, and then putting them in my diary to be able to then follow them up a few days later. Yep. I think that's where we've let ourselves down by not, I'm very visual. I use Genie a lot, but also with the paper diary, when I'm flicking the pages to see what I've got tomorrow, yep, then I know exactly what I've got. Right. So you're using that a bit more.
Yeah, brilliant. So these systems to keep your awareness around things, in landmark terminology, we would call that an existence system, to keep things in existence, to keep aware and on top of stuff. So for me, it's iCal. iCal runs my life, but it's like you need a system to see what's happening, or you just can't run a plan at all. So that's fantastic. And so what about also things like the numbers, like knowing the numbers to achieve the next rank, or to maintain the rank, or knowing the numbers for Reach for the Beach, for example, knowing the volume, being aware of how many, if it's 4, I think it's 15 enrollments and 5,000 volume, right? The 4th place in Reach for the Beach. So tracking that back. So how many per week, how much volume, and how many days left have we got? How many months left? So what's that trajectory looking like? Do I have to work harder? Can I change what I'm doing? That sort of thing. And then if you go for grand prize, you've got to chunk that down as well, right? So don't underestimate what you can do, but also just have a plan to achieve it. So I think a really important thing is to regularly ask ourselves, so how are we going to get our wish? And keep solution orientated in our mind. I sometimes come up with great ideas when I'm going to bed. I don't know why, but and Nicole hates it when I do it like a download. I don't do it anymore. But before bed, I tend to get all my ideas about the day, and stuff starts falling out of my head. So now I'd just put them in a note on my phone, but it's this idea of keeping this consciousness of how we're going to get our wish. What's another access point? What's another really cool thing that we can put in our daily activity? So is there any solutions that you can see that could help you, Julie? How are you going to get your wish?
So we've, funny, this morning, Sasha said to me, okay, so tonight we're sitting down and doing, planning out all our goals and writing them out. And we Reach for the Beach. We are going for the 28 people, of course. We love grand prizes. We love free stuff. So we're actually doing that tonight. But what we've been implementing the last couple of weeks is listening to a meditation before we go to bed. And part of that will be then from tonight, we'll be listening to that meditation and then saying what our goal is. Yeah. And then that's the last thing that we're thinking about before we go to sleep, which is going to go into our subconscious. And then if you're repetitive with that, then that will just become normal and will help direct you towards what you need to do. So
beautiful.
Yeah, so we're putting all those things into place at the moment.
Thinking and growing rich.
Yes, and listening to that.
Absolutely, that's brilliant. And I love it that you bring that up, because that's not like an ASEA mechanic, that's like a totally different part of life to help you create your wish. And things like doing a financial meeting, having the household budget on track, remembering to pay yourself first. If we want wealth creation, if I want to create wealth in my life, I have to get in the habit of paying myself first. I have to get in the habit of buying assets which feed me, because liabilities will eat me. Get into this idea of what is wealth. Well, Buckminster's Fuller, his definition of wealth is how many days forward can I live on the money I've got, or the money that's coming in. How many days can I live in existence? That's his definition of wealth, for financial freedom. So it's not just about inside the ASEA world, it's the whole life. And that's what I loved about Jung, that list of joy. What brings you joy? Because for me, doing those joyful things is a part of me getting my wish. And how are you going to feel like a rock star, Julie?
How? Well, I feel like a rock
Feel
star.
like a rock star, baby.
When we're up there as Triple Ambassador Diamonds up on the stage, receiving our award as highest auto ship all stars and team developers.
Giddy up. Yeah, that's 6. Excellent. Fantastic. How are you going to get over your obstacles?
Oh, you just step over them.
Yeah. Right.
Or
What
move
help
them.
are you going to get?
I get help when I ask for it. So, Sally, I guess a month ago or so, when she did her little development that she was doing, and asked, how can I be better? What can I do? What am I doing great? And, full transparency, and, just, it's great to be kept accountable, because then when you see that phone ring, you're like, oh, have I done what I'm supposed to be doing? And
yeah.
So now that she's retired, we've been using her a lot more for 3-way calls and making her work, which has been great. It's been great to be in touch more.
Yeah. Your cooperation requires frequency of interaction. Yeah, absolutely. And what do you need to put in place to support you with your plan?
So just those systems of simply putting it in the diary of when we need to follow up people, and then inviting them to events. We've definitely been consistent with getting people and inviting people to events. If they can't make it, it puts the seed of thought into their mind, and then what we're finding is then they're watching us on Facebook or what we're doing, and then they're asking the question, and and with what we're doing with social media, that's certainly helped change the way that I have a conversation with somebody, and just asking, are you open to having a look at something? And whereas 12 months ago, there's no way I would have been comfortable saying that.
Yeah. Fantastic. Great work. Well, look, thank you so much, Julie, for sharing. Janice Dancer said, such brave, raw sharing. Thank you, Julie. Reflections on myself and others I talk with. You are a gold medalist on so many levels. Go for gold, baby. Yeah.
No, diamond.
Diamond. Yeah. Very good. Very good.
Thanks, guys.
Yeah. Okay. Awesome. So, how about Nikki? Can you unmute everyone? Round of applause for Julie doing the process. Remembering this is not just for Julie; it's for everyone on the call and everyone that watches the recording. So, go through the process. Dot point, question, reflect, and review, and go over this on a regular basis in order to really help you get clear on that. Okay. If you can mute people now, Nikki, and super gratitude. Muted. Yeah, super grateful for you, Julie, for stepping up and being so open and willing to be coachable and doing the work. So the duplication process starts with Whoop. And one of the other cool things I learned from Fraser recently was about we do want to work with the people that want to work. And those that aren't willing to work, we're still going to support them and help them. And we really want to put our time into those people that want to run, right? We have to run with the runners and we have to support the walkers. Now, if a person is all excited when they first join up, they want to do the business, and it's like they've got to know their why, their outcomes, their obstacles, their plan, and so forth. And the way Fraser recommends we do that is that you pitch it like when you're talking to your new person, straight off the bat, it's like, okay, well, look, if you'd like to get started with a business, this is the first thing to do. We need to do your Whoop, right? You can do the whys and goals and the share guide for now, but look at the obstacles and the plan as well. And say to them, so the average person does this within 48 hours. Are you below or above average? Right? So he just recommends asking that question. And people will start to self-sort straight away. And he says you'll have 3 people that, there's kind of 3 types of people that will respond. One will probably hide and run and may not respond, right? When you finally call them, they'll go, oh, yeah, I didn't get to it, right? The other will call you and schedule a call at 48 hours. We'll turn up to the scheduled call, and they would have done it, but they're probably a lot of questions and just a bit slower. But the third one will be, they'll get back to you before the 48 hours is done. They'll get back to you as soon as they complete it, and they'll say, what's next? And that is an amazing runner. So that's a simple way to just get rid of the tire kickers. Don't let the tire kickers take you away from your goals. Start to sort the people in your life and your organization that are really going to help you get to where you want to go, and spend less time with people that are not willing to do the work, and don't let them drag you down. The base question. Okay, so yes. So the first thing to do in building your business is to do your whoop. So this is like the first conversation you have with someone that's decides they want to do the business. Well, the first thing we do is we do our why and our goals and this whoop process, right? The average person does this within 48 hours. Are you below or above average? So you're asking them to gauge themselves. And that's okay. Some people go, oh, I can't do it for a week or whatever. That's fine. It's not about good, bad, right or wrong, but it is about identifying who is going to run with you. And three different types of people. One person, the first type of person probably won't answer you or won't turn up to the call, or I didn't get to do it, the dog ate it, whatever, full of excuses. We can have excuses or results, but we can't have both. They'll be full of excuses. The second type of person will turn up to the call, they would have done it, but probably a lot of questions and sort of, you know, they're still committed, but they're just a slower person. But the third type of person will do it before the scheduled call and will actually come back to you and say, what's next? And they're a runner. They're someone that wants to do something about their life and seriously create transformation. And we want to run with the runners. Okay, so I hope that makes sense. And what's next? So there's an email that'll go out with a recording of the call. The why and the 90-day goals sheet will be a part of that. There's a link to the accountability groups and the agreement. So I recommend you do that today. Reach out to your people, make sure they're doing it today. And next week, we're going to talk more on a detailed DMO, daily method of operation, creating your day, on that 1 to 2 hour commitment per day to be a part of this 90-day challenge, and also touch on how to track your numbers and get more into this accountability. We will have an amazing guest speaker in a couple of weeks that will help us more with accountability as well, and more guest speakers will be coming soon. So I hope you've enjoyed today's call, and yeah, we're going to open it up for questions now, Nikki. Yeah, so thank you so much, Julie, for participating, and thanks everyone for being on the call.
I just I put in the notes there that we'll send out the accountability group sheet. Sorry for the delay in that, but it's been a little bit crazy with me being away. So I know Justin was busy looking after the bubba and everything while I was away. So we just have a few people that have already formed their accountability groups. So we just want to make sure that all those people are on the sheet where they're already in a group with someone. Like Jules has got one, Jen and Jeanette have got one, before we send it out so people don't like end up in multiple groups or confused. So that will happen today, and then we'll send it out with a recording for this call. So apologies for the delay. So I didn't get much done when I was traveling besides the work I was doing.
Also, please give us feedback on any issues that you're finding with Jenny. Like we do have that challenge at the moment this week. We can't actually see, we can't do recognition at the moment because that is a problem in Jenny.
But we can do it on a monthly basis, not on a weekly basis.
We have had fantastic developments in a lot of areas of Jenny, and it is become, to me, it is the best it's ever been. And I am using it a lot, every day, many times a day now.
And we've seen a preview of what
that she puts things in a diary. You can actually schedule on Jenny and get a text message to tell you when you're supposed to do something as well. So there's some really cool features in that.
And we've seen a preview of what's coming as well out at convention, so that the app is going to become a lot more robust, and you'll actually you'll be able to do everything in the app on your phone, which will be super awesome for attracting millennials and Gen X and Gen Y into ASEA, because it's, they're just on their phone, right? And also in Asia as well. It's very, very big, just only having a mobile over there.
Okay. Well, let's wrap up. I encourage you to come on
question.
Justin Rachel has a question.
The 12:30 daily call and the Tuesday night power hour to learn about Jenny and social media. But we've got Julie and Jules. Julie?
Yeah, I just want to say it's Jeannie's awesome now that you can email your team. I love it.
Yep, team communicator, tracks Facebook Messenger, Really good. Thank you, Jules. Julie.
So with the question with the groups, when I mentioned before that I'd like to be part of a group, would your suggestion be that I do that, or that I just continue and set up my own group?
Do it.
You know what I mean? Like, am I
to do your own group and to be a part of the accountability leaders in a group and get help from the other leaders. Leaders need leaders too.
Yeah, that'd be great.
So like all the accountability leaders, we should have a message group or something like that where we catch up on a separate Zoom every couple of weeks or something and actually start to talk through how we talk to people about accountability, about their why, all of that sort of stuff. So yeah, I think we should be supporting the leaders of the accountability groups too. But yeah,
thanks
you're a leader,
for the opportunity.
I think there's someone here. Oh, just.
Okay. All right. Yeah. Hey, Sharon, did you have a question? Oopsie daisy. Nikki has left and I can't control it. Nicole, I can't control the meeting.
Justin, can I just add something there for Julie? So Julie, what I find as a leader, I'm way more accountable as a leader than in any other position, because I create the accountability with the group I'm leading, and there's no way I'm going to turn up to the call and not have done what I said I was going to do. It's way stronger.
Yeah.
So, and as Justin said, we can have that accountability amongst ourselves, but you create it with your group. Yeah, very powerful.
Thank you.
Great work, Janine. I totally agree. It's like, I feel like a lot of this business we've done by the seat of our pants, to be honest. And I learn stuff and I teach it straight away and people go, wow, you're an expert in that. And it's like, yeah, I learned that yesterday. Just constantly implementing stuff that's like, it comes in, it goes out, comes in, goes out. And the more I do of that, the better I get at it and more sticks.
We are trying to put things in documents now, though, so that you will have access to them.
We've always been trying, but yeah, we're getting better at it all the time.
So
any other questions as far as the accountability groups or today's topic?
No, it's great, Justin. I really love it. The only thing I would say is like to turn a wish into your why and a goal, if you like. It needs all those other steps, like what's missing, what do you need to actually put in place to have that manifest, really. Yeah. Very, very powerful.
Yeah, and I only learned that last week. I'm a part of Fraser Brooks' Inner Circle. I think he's amazing, and not just from a social media for network marketing, but just as a leader in general, as a good person and as a great leader of organizations. I really encourage you all to get his book if you want to do any social media stuff. And if not, I think, in this day and age, social media is just becoming more and more prevalent. Facebook is becoming a marketing machine. It's good to be educated about it. And also there's the No BS, No Hype. Right now, the No BS, No Hype early bird is still available because I think it's the 30th of July in the US. So I'll put that link in here. So I think that's only available till like 2 p.m. this afternoon, Brisbane time. But yeah, look at these things to put in place and support you. For me, it's been learning from different people, different groups, putting myself in experiences. The No BS, No Hype event to me is amazing because you see leaders of all different companies. It gives massive belief for me in the industry. And this is the third year in a row. Simon's asked Nikki and I to talk, and we get to talk to other leaders from other companies, and they're extraordinary people. I don't think they have the most extraordinary product, but that's okay. They're still extraordinary people. And look at ways to support yourself. Okay, Liz, you got your hand up. Did you want to say something, Liz? No?
No. Asked before about who wasn't being very good accountability, and I put my hand up because I couldn't find the chat box.
Oh, yeah, you put the hand up. Okay, very good.
Yeah.
If you're on an iPad, you go to participants and there's the chat.
I found it later. Thanks.
Yeah, very good.
So are you going to do your social media thing now, Justin, or?
Yes, I will still do it now.
Okay, see you soon.
So, yeah, I'll jump on that and wish you all the very best. Thank you very much for coming on today's call. You're all amazing, extraordinary leaders, and love what you do. Look forward to seeing you next week, and reach out if you need support. Bye for now, everybody. Hey, welcome home, Sally.
To get me all.
Nikki, you need to stop the recording, stop the Facebook living.